Yes, hello, and welcome to this little series of introduction videos to Premiere Pro. These videos are thought of as an opportunity for you that didn't try stuff like this before, and maybe haven't tried Premiere Pro, or maybe didn't try video editing before. So think of this as a kind of beginner's crash course. It'll be a really simple project, but we will walk through some of the central points in doing video editing, and my hope is that if you can do some of the things that we will do here, then you actually have a starting point for developing your skills on your own from that on. Okay, I'm started already here. You can see I opened the program Premiere Pro. This is the 2020 version. And when opening up the software, yeah, there will be some windows, some questions and so on. You just okay it, start a new project, and then say okay to the questions that they ask you, and then you will be here, which is the core of the interface. First of all, you can see the interface is highlighted up here. It's the editing interface. There's a lot of them, but for starters, we use this one. And maybe you have been working with the program before. It's always good to be able to reset the layout. So go to editing, reset to saved layout, and then it will look something like this, which is kind of the standard layout for editing. Secondly, now we have to start our project, and first of all we need to import some media files. It's for Premiere Pro. That's the main purpose of that, is to edit existing media in one way or another. Maybe a bit unlike After Effects, where it's a program where you can create things from scratch, but here you will work with media created normally in a camera or somewhere else. I'll just find my media files. These files would be the same as I uploaded for you on Canvas, and they are simple files. It's just you can see here I have the intro. I basically just select all of them and go for import. And yeah, good. So now we can see something's going on here. A little trick. If I kind of double click on the headline here, it kind of goes to full screen, and I can see there's different files here. There's mostly nature shots, but there's also some music here. I can change the layout to a list view, which I think is sometimes a good thing, because then you can see more detailed information about the video clips. And maybe before we start, I'll just have a look at some of them. I can see so I can start with this guy here. It's the frozen tree branches. It's an MP4 file. It has 25 frames per second. And if I go all the way over here, I can see the resolution is 1920 times 1080. The little one is just to say square pixels, which is not always the case, but you can see all the media I have here. There's no problem with that. If I scan down through the media, you can see it's media I kind of borrowed from different places in the internet. Pexels video site here is pexels.com is a really great site for free video or free video stock, and I have some of them here. You can see I have you see some is 25, some is 24 frames per second, and some is 29.97, and that's just to say that they've been recorded in different frame rates. I will go for the 25 frames per second, basically because we are in Europe, and that is the European standard, where the Americans go for the other one here. Okay, I'll just double click up in the headline here again to return to the normal layout. Okay, to start editing, yeah, I need to drop some media into a sequence. First, I think I will just double click this little guy here, frozen tree branches, and when I do that, it will open up in like a preview window here. So the system is that to see what's going on here, to see something about effects and so on, I will work in this window, and a little later there'll be footage in here as well, and that will be kind of the output, the outcome that I see here. But for starters, I would like to create a new sequence, and as you can see, there's a lot of just go back to this guy. So you can see, so here I have a lot of 1920 clips, but I actually have one here with 1280 times 720, which is a bit smaller resolution. And why is that important? Yeah, that's basically important because if I take here this clip, the frozen tree branches, and I drag it over here, it will create a new sequence. And the sequence is the place where I put together the clips I want to use. So normally, you know, we have the clip, then we build a sequence, and when we can put several sequences together to make a scene, then several scenes together to make an act, and then more acts together, and then we have the full film. Okay, so now you can see if I scrub over here with the playhead, yeah, this is a preview of the clip I put in. And I can go over here and click. You can see whatever window is highlighted will have the blue window, blue box around it. And here I can see this again. Okay, what happened when I did this thing that just to drag it over here, you can see suddenly I have a new window or a new little thing going on here. It's a green one which says this is a new sequence. And it has the same name here, but it doesn't have the MP4 in the end. Just to say that the sequence name is the same as the clip I put in, and you can see it says here as well. I think right now I just want to change it to Winter Feelings. So I know that will be the title of my little epic movie here. Okay, so right now you can see I have about, or if I've scanned the timeline up here, about 30 seconds of this little bird hopping around, which is maybe interesting, but of course that's not what I'm going for. I think for now I'll just click it and I will just take it away again. Basically I use this to set up the sequence so it has the right settings. Okay, I can go, you cannot see this, but up in the menu in the top, there's something called sequence and sequence settings. I can open that up. I'll get this little window. And here's, we know this from After Effects. I can see all the information about the clip here. I can change them here as well if I want to, but right now I don't want to. Good. I will start building my film. And maybe I'll go back to this one. I could do a little like this to, let's see. I wonder if I can zoom in and out here. No, it's already so small that it's hard to see. But I have several clips, and you can see I can click this one. So here you can see it's a nice pan of some trees in the mountains, the snow. It's super nice. This is maybe what the shot I would like to start with. You can see it starts here and then it pans all the way. And again, it'll take 20 seconds. That's way too long. I could drag the full clip down to my timeline, but the workflow is normally that you will mark the section that you want to use. And for me, I think it's interesting to have something like this. If the clip should start here, you can see down here I can mark an endpoint. So I click this guy, and suddenly part of the timeline up here is highlighted. And then I'll press play. I can press this guy, or you can see the space bar will do the same. Just want a few seconds, something like this, maybe a bit more, like this. So this would be the end of the part of the clip that I want to use. This will be the out point. I can click the little marker here, or I can just simply press O to mark up that piece. Okay, so so this clip has audio to it. I'll just go back here. You can see it's down here. So if you look at this area, you can see it has the purple film clip or film strip icon, and then has the little green waveform to signify audio. I'm not really needing the audio for this clip, so because I could do like this, I could just drag it down, and I will get that's a sequence mismatch here, and that's basically because you can see I have my frame rate. This is 27. Sorry, it's 2997, and I want to work in the 25, which I already set up. So I just keep existing settings, and going to a lower frame rate is normally not a problem, so I'll just accept it like it is here. Okay, so now I have this little clip here, and as you can see, I have the clip, so I can scrub the small zoom bars or scroll bars down here to zoom in. And so the thing is that I have the video part and I also have the audio part. I think the audio channel is empty, but I really don't want to use that. A way to get rid of it is, you can see if I try to click here, and I have the selection tool active, if I try to click here, it'll select both. So what I need to do is kind of unlink. So bam, I click this guy, and then please see here, I click this will link or unlink the selection. So now I can click here, and you can see I can click the audio, I can press the video, but now I just want to delete the audio. Gone it is. Okay, so I'll go back to the beginning again. I can scrub here, so around, I think I could put the video to start at the beginning, but I like to start here about 1 second in, and I can see I place the playhead here, and I can just drag this guy and it'll snap to the playhead. That's a good way to position where I want the clip to be. Okay, so already now I have my first clip. Super fine. I would like to have one more. So from this one, I think it would be nice. Let's see, I have here, I think it's this one. Yeah, so you can see I have a clip here with some deer running. And I like that to follow the first clip, basically because you can see here I have this sideways camera movement, which is nice to continue by the deer, and also the movement of the camera in the next clip. So, and I think something like this. I press I and then press spacebar, and my gut feeling will tell me, okay, around here. So here this part is marked up. I can take it and can drag it down. In this case, there's no audio, so no problem. So right now I have this. I have 2 clips. Super fine. Okay, I want to continue building my little sequence here. So I think maybe, is it the bird clip? I think that, yeah, would be nice. So we go this, the little bird. You can see if I scrub up here, the clip has audio. I can also see that up in the UV area over here. So, but of course I don't really need the audio because I have some music below, and then that'll be fine. So if I drag from here, I'll take audio and video, but you can see down here there's a film strip thing and a little audio waveform. So if I just click on this drag, you can see the overlay, drag video only. Yeah, I'll need to select my little in and out points. I think it's nice to see it like something and out, something like that. So this doesn't have to be super accurate timing wise, because this is a rough cut. I will kind of modify the editing points a little later. So, but now I have this thing, I have this thing, I have the bird, and I think we should just end on a high note. I have this thing of water. See if I can find it. I don't have the water clip. I'll do like this just to see, and again I can just double click. Maybe it's easier to, here it is, video of water flow. That is the one I want. So I just clicked it here and have a look. It's basically a steady shot. You can see not much going on except for the water moving. So I do the in point here and the out point here. That is like that. And again, no audio, so I just drag the little video strip like this. Good. Okay. So now having the first part of my a little rough version of the of this little film I'm making. So, and this will be the end of part 1, and check out the next video for part 2.